Is it a foodie lifestyle show? You bet. I'm Adila Eileen, food critic, mom of 5, and your host for Oman Magazine's latest show, Kitchen Conversations. Chef Vanessa Al-Mahri, welcome to the show. We're actually in the kitchen with you to make some sambosa.
Sambusa.
Some sambosa. Samosa.
Sambusa.
Samosa.
Sambusa.
Bosa.
We call it, let's call it, because I do Swahili food, we'll call it sambusa. Say it with me.
Sambosa.
Sambusa.
Sambusa.
With gusto.
Bosa.
Yeah.
Busa. Okay.
We'll make some prawn samosa.
Wow.
Samosa, yeah, which is different.
Actually, okay. Is that the way?
Yeah.
And then you actually put your filling in here.
Just kind of go with it.
So you actually have just carrot, and I can see prawns, and
there's sweet peppers, there's carrots, there's onions, garlic,
there's chili as well. Wow.
Coriander.
Okay.
So there. Ta-da.
I want to know something about you, about your childhood, about how you got in here. Something about you.
About me?
Yeah.
I was born in Switzerland. And I moved to Kenya with my mom when I was 3 years old.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and there my mom sent me to a local school, or the local system.
Okay.
And that's how I learned Swahili, and that was my first kind of intro to Swahili culture and the food.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yes.
And your childhood was actually in Kenya?
Yes, it was in Mombasa, which is the coastal region.
Mombasa, okay. I said it
So
fine.
I had the beach growing up, I had coconuts growing up.
You're a coastal girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, completely.
That's amazing. And I think Swahili food, how did that actually come into the picture?
So my mom can cook. I feel like I have to be very careful when I say this. My mom can cook. She can cook.
I hope your mom is actually listening to this.
I hope not. Gosh.
Okay.
But she cooks. My mom cooks, but more kind of Swiss stuff. She has learned to do like the local cuisine, like ugali and sukuma, which is kale. So she's learned that as she's stayed. So the longer she stays, the more she learns.
Okay.
But the bulk of what I know came from, walks home from school. I would walk through this village. It was a village. They call it a slum, but I like to refer to it as more of a village.
Wow.
And there would always be the mamas there who would, offer me snacks. I was a very skinny child. So I think they did it because they felt sorry for me. They're like, this girl's not being fed at home.
Okay.
So they would give me like mahamri, viazi vya karai, which is packed potatoes.
Okay.
And they'd always be feeding me, these mamas.
Wow.
And then as I grew older, I wanted to know how to make these things for myself. So I would ask them, how to do it. And they would sit and show me.
How old were you then, actually?
When I started actually learning how to do it, about 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about,
Yeah, so I was 9 years old.
Actually.
Yeah, I think by then you're
Because I think if you see now, because the moms are like, 9 years old, no way, she's not going to enter kitchen soon.
I did have some bad experiences. I have said this once, that I almost burnt my mom's kitchen down trying to make chai.
Okay.
But for the most part, it was a good age because you're inquisitive, and it was a good way to keep you out of trouble.
Wow, and I think you're really quick in samosa making. You guys can hire us because we did a good job. I mean, so quick. We're like actually talking and finishing this. So any company, if you want to hire us, we are there to make samosas for you. Growing in different regions, different countries, is actually, you learn their tradition.
Yeah.
You accept it as yourself, as a biggest.
As your own.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually, you discipline yourself to their likes, and
you do. For me, I always say I may be ethnically Swiss. I am Caucasian, yes, but I'm culturally Kenyan, completely through and through. The accent's Kenyan.
I want to know something about your Oreo story. I'm sorry. I have to get it to you because this is about kitchen conversation.
Yes.
And the Oreo story has to come.
Oh my goodness.
I read about it and I started laughing.
Cracked up.
It was actually in the midnight when I was reading this, and I'm like, okay, this has to come.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine from school. His name was Ali.
Okay.
Ali Jabri, I think was his full name. And Ali said, I think he's the first one who came up with this, and he went, Vanessa, you're like an Oreo inside out. You're white on the outside and completely black on the inside.
Wow.
And my friends all burst out laughing in class, and they're like, yeah, that describes.
Wow.
My husband's always saying, he's like, you're the blackest white chick I've ever met. That's what my husband's constantly telling me. The thing is, initially, to be honest, I didn't like how I grew up because I had a bit of an identity crisis happening.
Okay.
So you're like, what am I?
I think.
Yeah. But that said, as I grew older, I learned to just accept Kenya is a part of me.
Okay.
It is part of who I am, and it makes me who I am. And once I learned to accept that, everything fell into place. No, I don't think anyone's perfect. I'm definitely far from perfect.
Okay.
I'm a work in progress, but the older I get, again, the more I learn and the better I try to become.
That's a good one. The older you get.
Yeah, you become wiser. And I mean, also with kids, you want to set a good example. So I've made my mistakes along the way, but I've learned from them.
True.
And I'm blessed to have good friends as well who really keep me grounded.
That's nice. I think that's one of the most important thing in life that we teach our kids. As we grow.
Yeah, that's the best lesson you can teach them. Yeah. Look at our progress. We're doing well.
Okay, Michael. Yeah. Okay. So tell us something about what inspired you to get into Swahili food, as in with your book.
What inspired me to write the book?
Write the book.
So many people kept asking me for recipes.
Okay.
My mother-in-law, that's a big one, huh? My mom, my mother-in-law.
The mother-in-law's listening, actually.
Yeah, she's one of the main reasons. I call her Mama. Mama, you're one of the reasons that the book is out there.
Wow.
I had a catering. Yeah, so I had a catering company.
Okay.
With my husband in Kenya, and a lot of clients kept asking, "How did you do this? How did you make that?"
Was that after you got married?
Yeah, that was after I got married.
Right after you got married, you started the
catering. After I got married, after I had my daughter, that's when we started the catering.
Okay.
Because we agreed that one of us had to be there for the children. It was only one child at the time, but my husband, he's a planner. And he said one of us has to be there for the children.
Okay.
So I made the sacrifice.
Right.
But I couldn't sit put. You know how it is, you have that itch of you're like...
Exactly, you want to do something.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter is okay, but what next? So there was that fire burning in me that needed to do something.
I can relate to that.
So I did that. Because I mean, having kids doesn't mean it's the end of your life as a woman.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to you. And if you have that burn, I feel you should go for it.
Go for it, yeah.
So I did. Should we go clean up?
I think we should.
We're all sticky now.
Should we dive in?
Yeah, dive in.
Should we dive in, guys? Yeah.
Yeah, and let's go with chutneys. I didn't add any lemon to this one because I didn't want it to be soggy. But yeah, enjoy.
Oh, look at that.
There's the prawn. There's some prawn action on that one.
There's the prawn action. Where did you get your prawns from?
The fish market. I always say support local. Okay, if you're in Oman, support local. The Matra fish market is so clean. Everyone's great there and friendly, and you get good quality stuff. You don't need anything to dip into it.
How often do you make samosas?
I try and make it at least once a month. I like making a big batch.
You're going to call me then.
Yeah, you're more than welcome home.
I actually happened to listen to a famous song. And I think most of the weddings have that.
Like a Swahili song?
Yep. I wonder if you can actually sing that for us.
I know one. The meaning is, it's an interesting song. It goes like, wape wape vidonge vyao, wakimeza wakitema ni shauri yao.
Wait.
Ready?
Should I do the Khaliji style?
Are we going to do that?
How do you actually dance to this? Do you dance to this?
So normally, I don't know about here, but back home, you'd tie a lesso or kanga. Okay. Kind of midway where your hip section is.
Okay, and then you do that.
Just do the shimmy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good workout. You burn some calories, and then you eat, and then dance, and you're good to go.
Okay. I want you to teach me few words of Swahili.
Some Swahili words.
No sambusas, please.
Well, you've already learned it, sambusa, first and foremost.
Okay, sambusa.
Let's see. Okay, your name, say Naitwa.
Naitwa.
Yeah, so you're trying to say your name. My name is
Okay.
Mimi.
Mimi.
Naitwa.
Mimi Naitwa.
And then say your name. Adila.
Mimi Naitwa Adila.
Yes.
Okay, can I go like, how do you say Swahili accent?
Mimi Naitwa Adila.
Mimi Naitwa. Mimi. Okay.
So for me, Mimi Naitwa Vanessa.
Mimi Naitwa Adila.
Okay. Mimi natoka Kenya.
Mimi natoka Oman.
How did you see? You just see, it's coming naturally. What else? A hard Swahili word. Say ubaguzi.
What?
Ubaguzi.
Okay, what's that again?
Just say ubaguzi.
Uber?
There's no Uber taxi coming, honey.
Yeah.
Ubaguzi.
Ubaguzi.
Yeah.
Ubaguzi,
You can
okay.
see the Arabic.
Typical Arabic.
Yeah, there's some Arab action going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for spending your precious time with us. Until next time. What do you say?
Kwaheri. Kwaheri.